Is RDWC insulation worth it? We've been testing for a full year now. We've made sure to get the extremes of both summer and winter. On our buckets, we're using a 5mm thick reflective foam roll. We're securing that foam to our buckets with multi-purpose spray adhesive that you can find in any hardware store. On our 3/4 inch supply lines and our 3-inch drain lines, we're using a 30mm thick reflective foam tubing. These foam tubes are self-sealing with an adhesive-backed edge. Here's a look at the system right after its first water test and before applying any insulation. And here's the system with all our insulation installed. Any gaps in our reflective surface can be covered with foil tape. This can also be found at any local hardware store. As you can see, after a full year of use, it was time for some repair. Once again, foil tape is used to close any gaps in our insulation. We'll give each pipe a wrap of tape to help support the insulation's adhesive. With just a few lengths of tape, our system is now looking better and ready to go for another season. The insulation on our 3-inch drain pipe has held up much better over the growing season than the insulation on our 3/4 inch supply lines. This is probably due more to the 3/4 inch supply line being used as a hand rest while pruning rather than the quality of the insulation itself. Overall, our insulation has held up well. And a bit more care in securing our tubing the first time could have saved us these repairs now. Now for the big question. What has all this insulation done for our temperatures? Well, unfortunately not a whole lot, it would seem. The insulated system does take slightly longer to heat or cool versus the non-insulated system. But the difference we're talking about is only a couple degrees at max. In the winter, the insulated system will max out 1 or 2 degrees below the non-insulated system. But in the summer, it can also get hotter. And while the system does take longer to initially heat up, it will also take longer to cool down on a hot day. I can see this possibly being more effective in a system where a chiller or a heater is required. But for our setup, it's just not a big payoff for the cost of materials. If you already have the appropriate pipe insulation that will fit your needs, go ahead and use it. But if you're considering purchasing new insulation for all your pipe, be prepared for minimal gains. If you are really wanting to insulate something, I would focus on your buckets and skip the pipe insulation altogether. Have you insulated your RDWC system or DWC buckets? What types of insulation did you use and what did you insulate? Have you had good or bad results? Let us know down in the comments. Will I keep this system insulated? Having already spent the money and done the work, I probably will keep the insulation. At least until a time when it needs to be completely replaced. You can see both RDWC systems in action every evening over on Twitch at twitch.tv/showmehydro. I hope you'll join us there, as well as here next time for more Show Me Hydro. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to click the like button and subscribe for future content.